Since 2011, £3.5 million has been invested into the county to develop sporting opportunities. Here's Mark Ormerod to tell you more.
Sport is a great thing to do, but how do we put a value on sport? Across Bucks and Milton Keynes, we've seen nearly £3.5 million of Sport England investment coming into the county over the last year. We've seen it come into facilities, we've seen the small grants programme spend small amounts, up to £10,000 in over 45 clubs, and these range for things like pitch drainage, tractors and mowers, and inflatable tumble tracks for gymnastics clubs, so it's quite varied. It makes a big difference, the amount of investment we get in. Some of the things you're going to see in the next couple of videos will explain how this money is converted into making a difference for a whole range of people in sport and physical activity across Buxton MK.
7,230 hours of volunteering was completed by sportsmakers in Buxton MK through 2012 and 2013. The equivalent cost of all the sportsmakers' hours charged at the national minimum wage would equate to £44,756. This is Monica, a local volunteer, telling us about her experiences.
We've been volunteering between us, recruiting more runners to come and join us, including mums, and especially focusing on beginners, because we all understand just how difficult it is to start running. Many of us have said, I've seen groups running out in the streets and I'd love to go and join you, but they're always worried that they're going to be the ones that are the slowest, they're going to hold everybody up, they can't do it. But what we try and do is tell them that they can do it, they have done it, they've come to us. Whatever the hardest bit of it is actually getting your trainers on and getting out the front door, and we will take care of the rest. Do you know what volunteering means to me? It means having fun outside with all the people that we encourage to come running. It's not a chore. I love working with the other leaders. We have great fun organising groups, bringing up new ideas, and just getting people out there to come and have fun and get fit with us.
2,800 school children.
How many?
2,800 school children.
Took part in the 2012-2013 School Games County Festivals. Covering 15 sports, the county finals are the culmination of a year-long programme of school sport which involves thousands of young people across the county. We spoke to some of the athletes that competed at this year's school games.
We played hockey against loads of other schools and we scored loads of goals and we came fifth.
It was great to be with our friends for the day, taking part in the school games.
At the opening ceremony, there was a mascot race and over half of this amount of children was there. And we saw a lot of things there and I liked it.
We had lots of fun competing with loads of different children from lots of different schools, even though the tracks were very hard.
The cycling competition, I wasn't cycling for ages, and then it felt really weird cycling, and now normally when I come to school I cycle there and back.
But the school games wouldn't be possible without an army of young leaders.
The reason why I like being a young sports leader is because it's working with young children and finding how talented they are, and so you can really just working with them really and communicating with them.
We love Duncan the dog, our mascot.
(2,860) young people aged between 14 and 25 have tried a new sport by taking part in a Sportivate course during 2012 and 2013. Handball is just one of the sports that people have tried.
I'm Bobby White, captain of the Great Britain handball team at the London 2012 Olympic Games, and I've been around the Bucks area promoting handball and delivering sessions for the age of 14 to 25-year-olds, especially focusing on the Year 11 age group. We've got a lot of new guys picking up the sport who have been inspired from the London 2012 Games, so it's great to be able to provide them the opportunity to play handball. For me, it's so important for people like myself to be engaged with handball development, because before the Olympics there wasn't really that much around. Handball was a minority sport in this country, and since the Olympics, with so many people wanting to take part, it's so important that we provide them with the opportunities, and I can really see handball going from strength to strength in the future years.
Since 2010, 22,000 adults have tried for the first time or returned to a sport or activity they haven't played for years through the Bucks and MK Reactivate programme. The Back to Netball group from Wickham gave us their thoughts on how they have benefited from being more active.
I had a conversation with Lisa, one of the mums from school, and spoke about how we'd heard about Back to Netball and thought it would be a good idea to give it a try.
Great opportunity to be together.
Yeah,
working out, keeping fit. Yeah, and we have a social for our team. It's really good exercise, and also we all play together. We've got a Facebook group. We have a good old chat on there, about all our positions. We're developing ourselves as people, so I really love it.
Great fun. I wanted to do something that's about me and not about my children.
And what would they say to someone thinking about getting involved?
Come meet us.
It's a nice gentle introduction to the sport, and you can just build up your skills and develop gradually.
I think a lot of people are, when they go back to the sport, they're very scared and apprehensive about actually their fitness level and things like that. So actually, coming to something like this, you're easing yourself into it, and actually there's not too much expected of you. And I've really enjoyed it.
Back to netball!
The Paralympic Heritage Flame will shine a light on Stoke Mandeville at the start of every subsequent Paralympic torch journey. It is estimated that this will be watched by 3.8 billion global TV viewers. Ian Barham will now tell you what this means for Buckinghamshire.
Here in Buckinghamshire, we're determined that the legacy from the London 2012 Games is felt for generations to come. The impact's been felt throughout the county, but here at Stoke Mandeville Stadium, the impact's probably the greatest. Our participation numbers for young people with disabilities has gone through the roof in the last 12 months, and the ripple effect has been felt throughout the county. On March the 1st next year, the stadium will be honoured with hosting the first ever international element of the Paralympic flame lighting, honouring the memory of Sir Ludwig Guttmann and the pioneers of the Paralympic movement. We're determined that this fantastic opportunity, which could be witnessed by an audience, a global audience of 3.8 billion and upwards, will benefit sports, economy, business growth throughout the whole of Buckinghamshire.